I'm Jeff Stawick. I'm the superintendent of School District 146. We have 2,400 students in 4 elementary schools and 1 middle school. All 4 of our elementary schools feed the middle school.
My name is Jennifer Hermes, and I am the Assistant Superintendent for Business Services at Lake Forest Elementary, School District 67. We have approximately 1,700 students, and we have 5 different sites, and we have been with Quest now for 6 years. Not only were students and parents unhappy, the program was also losing money. We should not be supplementing our food service program with our educational funds. So number one is we need to get this program turned around.
Really, I think the majority of people have just grown accustomed to crummy school lunches. Society's really not satisfied with that anymore, and there's been a number of things in the media and TV shows that are starting to draw attention to what we're feeding our children.
Also at that time, an inspection of our equipment in our facilities noted that there had been no investment for some time, so we needed significant equipment repairs, and we need to do that on a shoestring budget.
You can't do an undertaking like feeding a couple thousand kids every day without there being challenges. It's just too complicated of a thing to do it perfectly every day.
The thing that impressed me the most was not only was there a transition plan with deadlines, but they met or exceeded them. We had a very short turnaround. And not only was it revamping our program that we were unhappy with, but also was adding enhancements that we didn't even have.
I'm not saying that there have only been 3 complaints in the last couple years. I'm saying that there have been 0 complaints about anything.
I was super excited. So with the launch of the new program, with the debit card system, sales dramatically increased, and the only responses I received or comments that I heard were all positive. And so it's nice to get feedback once in a while that something we did worked, and it worked really well.
Parents walked in thinking our kids are going to pay how much, how many cents more a lunch? And they tasted the food and they're like, okay, never mind, I'm sorry, because they were getting triple the value for marginally more. And it's really the only thing I've ever seen done in schools that the feedback has been 100% positive. Our community is delighted.
Quest has been a true partner from the start, and I think that has been the primary difference that this district has noticed. Prior to going out to bid, I went to our existing food service company and had a very open conversation. We liked the staff, we liked the interaction, but there was some quality issues we were trying to address. They didn't have a plan. They weren't a partner. It wasn't collaborative. They were basically saying, this is our program. It should work here. Partnership with Quest has been there every step of the way. From taste testing, to trying new things, to circling back saying, how did that work? To meeting with parents, to having student committees, to coming to our board meeting.
They knew what they were doing right away, and during the transition they were able to improvise and figure out what's going to be the best way for us, what's going to be the 146 way to do this. And they adapted very quickly to that.
I really feel like it's a back and forth. We come up with some crazy ideas, but they actually know how to implement them and make them successful.
It looks and runs like a blue chip, but you've got the relationship and small company feel. So it's really the best of both worlds. Big enough to do it well and right, but small enough where you don't feel like you're just another customer.
I think they have a very positive image in our community, and I would place a lot of that on the on-site manager. So it's a connection. It's a connection between the classroom, between the teacher, between the learning, right into the cafeteria and back to the classroom.
It's not schools' responsibility to cure childhood obesity, but it's our duty not to contribute to it. We can't force every kid to eat their vegetables, but the foods that we're going to be serving kids, the foods that District 146 is going to be responsible for providing kids, have to be healthy choices. And that's just something that we committed to and we believe very deeply in.
I am very pleased to say that we are not in deficit, and we have not been since year 1. More importantly, I think we've been able to improve the quality of our food, of our program, and reinvest in equipment.
Well, it's usually not obvious in education whether or not you make the right call. Usually you have to study it for a while and look at the results and compare it. And this has been a no-brainer from the beginning. It's really the only thing I've ever seen done in schools that the feedback has been 100% positive.